I would say like the first 15, 20 minutes watching this, my thoughts did change throughout towards the end. But what remained was the stupidity level of both of these young ladies. Now I'm going to go down the list because I'm going to get to the guy as well. Now the first girl, how stupid can you be? Yes, when you were reading all these comments where people calling you stupid and this and that, you're not fully a victim because the stupidity level, and you wanted something out of it and you got it until you no longer had it. And that's what she wanted. She wanted a picture. She wanted a life where she can take pictures and post them on Instagram. Love would have been a bonus, but that's what she wanted. She wanted money and wealth as well. She wanted to live a fantasy of, I have the perfect apartment, I have the perfect boyfriend. All the dude had was a white gold watch and stubble. I mean, come on. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to call it how I call it. And guys are definitely this. So don't get it twisted. Guys are hoes too. But she a hoe. She fucked the dude the first night. Now, I understand it's a one-night stand, and that does not technically mean that you're a hoe. That's my feelings behind one-night stands. But within the context of this whole story, even some of the things she said and did, you can tell that this was not the first time. She got on Tinder. She looked for the same typical type of dude. Like I said, gold watch, white, a little bit of stubble, look like they have money. And you know how many dudes that did that to her? Maybe not scammed her, but definitely had her busted wide open on the first night. Just because of looks. Don't even know the person. She was kissing on a dude within the first. Yes, I don't care. It's a cheap, whatever. We know it got to the lips very, very shortly after. But within hours of knowing the dude, she'd already kissing him. Within hours, she already trying to fly off to another country. One of her friends even had enough common sense to say, you don't even know him, you can get kidnapped. Hey, oh, YOLO, 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 YOLO. If y'all don't shut that YOLO shit up, you know if you would have said YOLO and got killed or died? Come on, man. Let's not turn these people into... We know what Netflix are going to... They're not superheroes. They're not superheroes. They're not 100%... Yes, in a sense, they are victims. I'm not going to take that away. Yes, in a sense, they are victims. But in a sense, again, they got what they wanted. They wanted that picture-perfect life. They wanted to be able to take pictures, post them here and there, and be like, oh my gosh, I was in Aspen. Oh my gosh, I was in Spain. Oh my gosh, I was in Paris. Man, that's what they wanted, and they got it until they no longer had it. And yes, one of the statements the girl said, I think it was the second girl, talking about, because someone called them gold diggers in comments and stuff, and they say gold diggers don't give up money. There's definitely levels to gold digging. Certain gold diggers will give up a little to receive a lot. Yes, there are the ones that don't give up nothing. But you guys, what you guys were expecting, you guys was expecting to receive a lot. Because you guys are giving all of this money over and over, and then he sends you a little fake check for more. And that's not even a check, it's just a receipt. That's not even, the money didn't even hit your account. But he's sending you over the amount that he owes. And all you're like, oh my gosh, thank you, this and that. You didn't say, oh no, I'm not going to take this extra money. I'm going to give it back to you. I just want my money back. No, you didn't say that. You didn't do that. So The dude is not the victim at all. None at all. These girls are, yes, part of them are victims. But they were both leeching off of each other. The second girl, yes, she probably didn't have a romantic, well, he did kiss her, but we don't even know what else happened after that. They could have. And then just realized they better off friends or whatever. But even with her, she wanted that. She wanted to be like, oh, I was off in this and that with my friends. Oh my gosh, we had such a great time. We took so many pictures, blah, 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 blah. It's same typical stuff, man. And look, let me tell you something about very rich and wealthy people. I'm not talking about a thousandaire, 100,000. I'm talking about multi-millionaires. I have them in my family and I know them. We don't act, okay, majority does not act like that nor portray. I went to a prep school. At this prep school, so many athletes' kids, even a prince, off in the Middle East, two actually, golfers, kids, just all kinds of kids. Well, I'm not gonna say it because I might give it away, but yeah. So I've seen some of the like, I grew up not wanting for anything. I had everything I needed and wanted, and more. But when I was younger, I realized that there was really a level to this. Before that even became popular, I already knew that there was levels to this. I had a friend, her dad used to pick her up on the weekends if we didn't go on, because our school, it was a boarding school, it was co-ed. So, and we had co-ed dorm. So we would go on trips on the weekend. If we didn't go on trips, we'd go on like little staycations. If we didn't do that, then we'd just hang around on campus, or we would go to a friend's house. We'd fly off or we'd drive off, and then we'd just come back. So one of the craziest things that I've seen at that time, not now because I've seen even crazier and experienced even crazier and did it even crazier, but this girl dad used to pick her up on the weekends in his helicopter. And one time we experienced being picked up in a helicopter, flying from the school. He would land on the field. Eventually they got a helipad put in at the school, but we would land on the helipad. We would get on the helipad. We flew to the airport. We got on the jet and we jetted off, and then came back. We jetted off to LA, and then we came back. That was one of the first things I experienced. You couldn't tell that they were rich. You cannot tell. Now, she did look typical. She was a blonde hair, tall girl, French. But you just couldn't really tell that she was really rich, because she didn't, like, she had nice clothes and stuff, but she didn't flaunt it. Nor did her dad. Another guy, one of my good friends, his mom had her own business. She was well off on her own. Lived in Naples. Every now and then we would go to his house on the weekends, because it was sort of closer than mine and some of our other friends. So we would go on to his, and one weekend we went. We hung out with the mom's boyfriend. He drove a beat up Buick. No lie, beat up Buick. But guess what? When you went to his house, you could tell this guy was a multi-millionaire. Not just that, when you opened his garage, the dude had a McLaren. I believe it was the SLS. I'm a car guy, but right now I think it's the LS. It's the Mercedes McLaren. I think it's the SLS. Whatever. That car right now is worth over $1 million. But at the time, it wasn't worth as much, but it was still up there. It was still up in the $900,000. But he drove a beat up Buick. So what I'm telling you is, don't believe everything you see. Because most of the ones that's fronting like they have it don't really have it. I know another dude. We became good friends because we don't have the same casino host. We don't have the same casino host. But I share a casino host with another guy that's friends with him, and I met him through there. One weekend we was in a Hard Rock. Where was it? I can't remember. Well, we was at Hard Rock, right? So he came. He sat down at our private table, and he was able to sit down because he knew the friend that I was with. So he sat down. He played. My friend tossed him like $5,000 to start playing because it was his first time playing the game that we were playing. So we're sitting there, we're playing. So he loses the $5,000. So my friend tossed him a $25,000 chip. The dude has on a do-rag. He has on a do-rag. He has on just a regular jacket and shirt. He has on some flip-flops and some shorts. He has a little backpack on him. Just looks regular, like a guy that you wouldn't expect to have money. But again, I understand looks can be deceiving, so I'm not judging at all. I'm just letting you know. So he had about $30,000. After $30,000, he got a little bit back, and he gave him his money, and he left. So later on that night, he was like, "Look, man, we're gonna go play some blackjack, in a private room." I was like, "Okay, cool." He's like, "Do you want to roll?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll roll. Come on." So I go to my room. I grab some more money, and I come back down. And so I get into the room. This dude, he's about to start. Everybody's like all of the staff, they're in this particular room are being extra nice, extra attentive, everything. So I'm like, okay, he must be a VIP as well then. Of course he has to be, because we're in a private room as well. So long story short, because I don't want to tell this guy's business, even though I'm not going to say his name. But long story short, this dude is a billionaire. He's from Dubai. He's from Dubai, and he's a billionaire. And the reason I'm telling you this is because, again, not everyone that's billionaires and millionaires, you cannot always tell. If you don't look at their bank account, sometimes you just can't tell. If you don't go to their house, you just can't tell. If you don't look at the garage, you just can't tell. A lot of the times, that's not what we do. We don't flaunt it all the time like that. There are some, yes, but we just don't do that. And in this story, the guy was just doing it to the max. There were so many flaws. There were so many things that occurred. And what I'm telling you is, rich people like that aren't going to call you and just say, "I'm stuck," or "I'm this and that, I need this, I need..." No, a lot of the times, they already have family that already has that, or they have that somewhere in a safe. Yes, they might not carry 20 and 30,000 on them all of the time, or even at all. But again, it's just, there's so many flaws, man. I've seen so many things that pointed to this being a scam right off the back. Like, even if they didn't name it swindle, and I didn't know, I heard about this story, but they wasn't calling it the Twitter's, like I just heard a glimpse of it years and years ago. But since Netflix made this, I was able to watch it and listen and see what really took place and actually remember the story itself. But what we shouldn't do is turn these people into some type of hero. Because I know everybody's gonna start talking about it now, again, and I don't know, man. And the fact that the dude The dude went to jail for. He basically got zero. For what he did, he got zero amount of time. Let's put it like that. But now he's out. Like, how do you go from being broke, living in a hostel, going to jail, and then shortly after jail, you have all this money again? He's doing something else. He's involved in some type of Ponzi scheme, some type of something. He's living it up, and these girls are having to pay all of this money back. Yes, they should, but I don't think they should be responsible for all. This guy should be financially responsible just as much as them. But he's off in wherever he's from or wherever, living it up. Ferraris, a Bentley, designer this, designer that. And look at the girl that he's supposedly with now. I don't know if now is now, because it is a show, so you know it took time to make. But even if he does have a girlfriend now, it's like, look, just because you're tall and you're skinny doesn't mean you're a model. I'm just gonna put it like that. You're not a model. And most of these girls they call models, if you look at them in the face, I don't see model. But I guess that's another topic.